It's because she's real, she's brash, she is raw and just downright hilarious. Oh, and she's such a lady. The Windy City's own and a queen of comedy, Adele Givens, joins us now for our Friday Funny. Good morning, Adele. Welcome to Start Your Day.
Good morning. Oh, it started already. I ain't used to being up this early.
Yeah, good morning, good morning. Hey, but you from Chicago, and I think Chicago, when it comes to comics, y'all are really killing the game. I'm talking about you, Bernie Mac, Lil Rel, Dion Cole. I mean, y'all have had some great careers. What is it about a Chicago comedian that makes you guys so funny?
I have no idea. You are absolutely right. There's a lot of talent, comedic talent that comes out of Chicago, and I have no idea why. It must be in the water. If you're born and raised, or even just raised, maybe if you just come through Chicago, you end up being hilarious. But it is a lot of great talent. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Look, a lot of cities, opening up now, folks are traveling. Is there anything that you'll actually miss about quarantining? Were you able to make yourself laugh? I mean, how did this go for you as a comedian?
Well, I mean, I did. I made myself laugh probably for the first 7 months. Then I had puppets. I started doing ventriloquism. I started, I just started doing some of everything, trying to stay 2 steps ahead of PTSD because depression and sadness came along with this pandemic, as you know, and I was trying to take good care of my mental health because it definitely got affected. So when I come back out, expect to have me dump all that on everybody. Just y'all gonna be
You know
feeling
what?
it because
Sometimes.
I am going to express every. I never hold back on the things that happen in my life, and I'm definitely going to spill all of the beans in terms of the quarantine pandemic chronicles
And
shenanigans slash whatever.
that's what I love about like comics and like Mary J. Blige, who's a singer, but great singers and comics. You're able to take your pain and turn it into laughter for others on stage. And like, is that difficult? How is that process for you?
For me, it's definitely a process, and it's not difficult. What it is therapeutic. When
Mm-hmm.
if you think about it, when you express and talk about the things that affect you, it tends to lighten the load on your psyche and your emotions. So it's definitely therapeutic. I tell my audience all the time, y'all are free therapists. I use y'all. In fact, y'all pay me, and I come out here and use y'all as therapists because I need to talk to somebody, and y'all are it.
We want to get to some of your thoughts on headlines, before we have to wrap up. We have such a limited amount of time with our guests sometimes, and we want to just get to it. So, look, the Kardashians, for example, they wrapped up their season. I don't know. Will you miss them? Does it even impact anything you do?
The Who.
There you go. Next question.
But no, I mean, I didn't even
Oh,
know until you just said that. I literally did not know because I didn't care.
oh, okay, all right. Well, we
Mike,
move
Mike,
on then.
take it with the
Hey,
next headline. There you go. That's all right.
hey,
I'm just
all
gonna
right.
sip my
So
coffee right
I don't
here.
know if you
Thank you,
saw
Adele.
this or not, because you may have been asleep earlier, but we interviewed this extraordinary college-bound student. She's going to Harvard, and she was given a $40,000 scholarship at her graduation, and she turned around and gave
Mm,
that $40,000 scholarship away to her fellow students. But what's
that's
the
something.
most money you would actually loan to somebody, Adele, or give away to somebody?
I would give away as much as she did, and I would have. I commend her. That is,
Hmm.
if I would have thought about something like that, that's something that I definitely would have done. I have put two additional people through college who are not my children,
Mm.
and it was just it wasn't publicized. Nobody knew about it, and they won't know who they are until they decide to expose that. Because I did that because I could. They wanted to go, and they've made me proud. So I'm happy that I did it.
Hmm.
I during Hurricane Katrina, when Oprah came out and said, she'll make sure that your money gets to the victims. I donated a substantial amount of money to Oprah. Let's just say tens of thousands of dollars at that time for
Damn.
Hurricane Katrina.
Mm-hmm.
So, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I feel that. I understand that. I mean, right now, today, they won't use. I went to Colorado Springs to buy a house during the pandemic because, that's how I get down. And I don't know, I was going through something. And, they won't use the income of my rental properties because I choose to charge my tenants very low rent, way under market, because the houses are paid for. And it's not like I have to pay a mortgage. And it helps other
There you
people
go.
who otherwise may have been in a rough situation. So yeah, try to do my share around the world.
Well, I think it
Oh, nice.
inspires
That's
people.
great.
Yeah, when they hear that, you're doing that. And obviously it wasn't publicized. You're doing it for family. You're doing it for different people. And so, I think there's a lot of folks like you, and we commend you and applaud you here at BNC for your generosity. Let's talk a little bit more about what you've got coming up ahead too, because I want to know, what are you going to be talking about in your next sets coming out? Is it more so pandemic? You talked a little bit about that. You hinted about, showing, some of the behind the scenes, what you may have been going through, the challenges, how you got through them during the pandemic. What else are you going to be talking about in your upcoming sets?
Probably Zoom and like products.
Mm-hmm.
Probably having to realign my life to where now I would have been in studio with you guys, harassing y'all, stealing ink pens, doing what I do when I go. Now I got a little more like product. And yeah, I'm definitely going to talk about that. I got a lot
Hey,
to say
Adele.
about that. Hmm.
Dale, what you got to say about bonnets? What you got to say about bonnets? When you gonna come outside in your bonnet? I see you got your
Hey,
Afro
let me
pics
show you
on,
what I
on
got
your
to say.
ears.
Pajamas?
This is what I got to say
The
about
PJs?
ladies, learn how to
Oh,
use your own hair as a bonnet. You see this right here? Look at it.
oh,
Ta-da!
wow.
Now I can go where I
Make it
wanna go.
work.
And you ain't
Make
So
gonna
you
it
be
listen.
tied
work.
up.
So
I
you
love it.
listening to your fellow queen of comedy, Monique, when she came out against the ladies with the bonnets. I like what you just did there. That's
That's
incredible.
that creative
What you think of what
creativity.
Monique said? It is
Listen,
creative. That is creative.
I'll tell you what, in 2016, I made a video with one of my puppets. And because I was practicing my ventriloquism, and that puppet's name was Rashida, and Rashida says,
Ooh.
"Don't wear your slumber cap outside," which is a bonnet. And so it was a little
Mm-hmm.
funny video, and nobody really took it as seriously as they I just put it back
Well,
up like
no.
Rashida agrees with Monique. I mean, I don't care. I honestly don't. That's real talk for me. It's
Right.
like, listen, I if it irks Monique, she has every right to express it. If she's
Mm-hmm.
concerned with love, that she thinks that we're not representing ourselves the best, I think that's love, and I think we should appreciate somebody loving us. But at the end of the day, you also should not just if that's something you're comfortable with, get down. Fashion trends come and
Amen.
go. Pajamas,
Mm-hmm.
to me, that whole big shoe that people pay lots of money for, it's a house shoe. It might have a Nike symbol or something on top, but if it's only got that band across, to me, that's a house shoe. But a lot of
Yeah, it
athletes
is.
wear that to the airport and they wear them because
Mm-hmm.
they're expensive and they have a logo. But I don't
Yep. The
personally
slides.
care for them. I feel like if I have to run, they going to the side.